Hey, welcome back to Maya's Pretty Little Reviews. This week we're going to talk about Pretty Little Liars, Source at Birth, and then I'm gonna tell you Would You Rather's, and we're gonna review Your Next. Okay, I'm gonna start with Pretty Little Liars. Okay. The girls found out from another girl in New York that they made her, Cece, get kicked out of college. Then Detective Turner found a muddy shoe in Emily's house. And Detective Turner shows up at school and asks the girls if they've been in the house because the shoe came up. Because and they have a DNA or whatever, and it matches the same shoe as the scene on on Detective Williams' case. Okay. I think like 2 or 3 episodes before this one, Emily asked her friend Zoe for a thing to help her get into college, and I guess Paige saw the letter, and she thinks that Emily's friend Zoe has like a thing for her. And then Hannah wants to go to her locker, and she finds a wad of cash and an envelope. And this guy stalking her. She don't know who this guy is. I would be freaked out if guy just staring at me in school and I didn't know who he was. Then Hannah gets some money in her locker. She don't know who it's from. She thinks it's from A. And then Spencer, Emily, and Aria goes into a crawl place in the Del Torrentes house, and they find a button that matches red coats. And they're gonna find out if Cece is A. Then Toby calls up Dr. Palmer. I think he's like in a nurse home or something. Or he's sick. And he tries to call up. But then they said that he can't talk to him because he's really sick. And he gets a text from A showing a picture of Dr. Palmer's old vehicle. And then Aria asks Jake to dance, and he's like, yeah. And then he shows up and buys her a pair of blue boots. And for the hoedown dance or whatever. And she finds out the guy that's stalking her put the money in Hannah's locker. then the stalker shows up at the hoedown and finds out his name's Travis, and that he told her, Hannah, that he know that her mom is innocent, that she didn't do it, that he saw Hannah's mom leave before Woodland got murdered. But I think A is paying him and telling him to say that stuff so that the girl Hannah could trust the guy, but he's behind A. And yes, Jake finds out Ezra and Arya was dating, and everywhere they went, he was there. And he went up to him and said he needs to give them some space and move on with his life. Go Jake. And then Hannah dances with Travis, and then after that she finds him, gives him money, said that she don't need it and that he needs to give it to the police station. And then he goes to the police station and tells them, and the cop's like, you have to talk to the lawyer and the judge and repeat what he said. And that was the end of the episode. And next week is last week of episode. So if you want me to review any movies, comment below or video response at myangel22@gmail.com. Okay.
Hey, sweetie.
Okay, next we're going to talk about Switched Up Birth.
Oh, that's my favorite segment of the show.
Yay, it's the last one till January.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
that sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. Let's do this.
Okay.
What else we did on the show tonight?
Okay, we're going to talk about your next.
You're next.
Yeah. Well, would you rather? And I can answer the top 3 female villains for Jim Maggot.
Jimmy Maggot. Get all formal with him, Jim. No, it's Jimmy. Jimmy Maggot.
Jim Maggot.
Alright.
Okay. I guess Koto asks John into his office, and Koto thinks that John's behind all the
evil in the world.
No, behind
Bars.
Daphne. Breaking into Koto's office, and John didn't know anything about it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Koto wants $50,000, and he'll forget that ever happened.
Just 50,000. That's it.
Yeah.
I'd ready to go for a mill.
John's rich.
Or a triple digit, or a 6-figure number at least.
Daphne's dad is like rich. Yeah. Okay. Bae wants to graduate early, so she go to Germany to go see Ty.
Ty and Bay, that's their names?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what's wrong with this country today? Everybody gives like their kid like a one-syllable retarded name.
It's
Bay, Ty, Ty, Toe.
Ty face for Tyler is short.
What's Bay? Short for?
I don't know, babe.
Bay.
Yeah.
Baby. Baby.
Okay.
Got an itch on my mask. I'm gonna try to scratch it through the mask.
John and Catherine and Nikki's mom wants Nikki.
Orgy? Orgy?
No, wants to know if Nikki and Toby to like not get married.
Oh.
Yeah, because they think they're too young to get married.
Well, shit. He's probably right though, really.
Yeah.
You know, over 50% of marriages end in divorce. That's a statistic.
Nikki's mom's like, well, if you guys just want to get married, just have sex. Just have sex already.
So it may lead to an orgy. Yeah.
And then they left and they decided to have sex.
Alright. That's alright.
Yeah.
Bonus.
And then Bay goes to Tyler's apartment. Ty. And...
In Germany?
No.
Oh.
He hasn't left yet. And he was like... his bed sheet, whatever, on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It was girls' panties.
Oh! Go Ty! Go
Yeah.
Ty! Busting a fast nut inside that.
And she got pissed off and she went to her ex-boyfriend's Emmett's.
And
And it's like,
blew him?
well, he's like, why does guys cheat?
He said that?
She said that.
Oh, she said that?
Because he cheated on her and then Ty.
Maybe it's her. Like, I'm just saying, like, you got two different dudes that cheat on you. Maybe it's something that she's doing. Just saying. Just saying. All right, go ahead.
Angelo
Uh-huh.
decided to give the
Beverly D'Angelo?
the baby back to the gay people because he couldn't do it because he didn't have time to open a restaurant.
So I had nothing to do with the fact that like, he didn't like gay people, he just didn't have time for his restaurant. There was no hate in this. Alright.
Yeah. And then Daphne goes up to Jace and asks him to help her write a article about Koto and why she blackmailed him.
Whoa. Damn. That's... Holy shit.
And then at the end, Toby and Nikki get married at the courthouse.
And go... You're weird. Alright.
Yeah.
So overall, what do you think about this week's episode of Switch at Birth?
I think it was good.
And that's the last episode?
Oh, I forgot one more part.
Oh.
That Mary Beth and Ty was talking, and Ty didn't really cheat on Faye. He just did that because he didn't want to hurt her.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and she's Mary Beth's like, I'm gonna tell her. And he's like, don't tell her. Okay, that's it. I can do some would you rather.
Would you rather? Let's do these.
Okay, number one.
Alright.
Brutal murder your entire family or be part of the human centipede.
The human centipede. Let me think about this for a second. Now, you asking me or just for people out there too?
Everybody.
Everybody, just okay. So, would you rather brutally massacre your entire family or be a part of the human centipede? I'll do the human centipede. Like, don't get me wrong. How long did it be a human centipede for? Like a weekend? I don't want a year. I don't want to brutally murder my family. Can I be the first person in the centipede?
Yeah.
Can I be the front guy?
I don't know.
I'll be the front guy in the human centipede for 1 year. and poop in people's mouths and not to kill my family.
Yeah.
My answer. What about you?
Human centipede.
Human centipede?
Yeah.
You'll be middle?
No, front.
Oh, front? Okay. Alright. You can be the human centipede with me if you want. I'm up front. You can be in the middle.
Okay.
We'll have Jimbo be in the back.
Okay. Listen to Baby by Justin Bieber for an hour, or listen to Gangnam Style for 10 hours.
See, I don't know Justin Bieber and I don't know that song, but I like
Gangnam Style because I hate the song Baby by Justin Bieber.
I've never heard it, but
It's queer.
I
He's
like
queer.
It's queer?
He is queer.
Oh, he's queer.
Yeah.
I like Gundam Style. Like, it's not burned out on me. I haven't burned out on it yet, so I'll listen to 10 hours straight. Just 10 hours, shit.
Okay. Reduce hours of sleep needed to be 5, or need 10 hours of sleep, but you can control your dream every night.
So you're saying that make it to where either I only need 5 hours and that's it, I'm good to go, or I have to have at least 10 to be good, but at least with the 10, I can control my dreams.
Yeah.
I love to sleep. Like, if I didn't have a job, I would literally just sleep all the fucking time. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I would literally just sleep it away. Like, I'd be a vampire. Sleep all day and then wake up at night. So, I'm gonna pick that one and control my dreams on top of it. Like, 10 hours of sleep plus the 10 hours I can just do whatever I want. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm in.
Yeah. Control my dreams.
Control your dreams?
Yeah. Okay. Look young. When you grow up to be old.
So when
Still
I'm
be
older, I'll look young?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or have ability to become invisible.
I'll do the invisible for sure.
I'll be invisible.
Yeah, I'm gonna cause some major fucking damage out there. That's all there is to it. I'll definitely be a supervillain, for sure. Like, not even joking. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah. Anything else on there?
No.
That's it? So you want them to answer those would you rathers, or alright?
Yeah. I'm gonna do my top 3 female villains.
Jimmy Maggot asked he actually asked when we went to air last week's one.
Yeah.
Like, he just kind of came in at the late part of it, so we didn't see it then. So we are getting around to it. And top 3 female villains. Go ahead, sweetie. What you got?
Mona and Cece Drake from Pretty Little Liars.
Are they sharing a spot, or they each get their own spot?
They get their own spot.
Okay, all right. So Mona
and Victoria from Twilight.
Victoria from Twilight. All right. For me, my top 3 favorite female villains. I would say at number 3, we're gonna go with some mothers here. Starting off, I'm gonna say Billy Loomis's mother from Scream 2. Really like Scream 2. I thought she did a pretty good job as the villain. I mean, even though she kind of broke bad only for like 10 minutes on the screen, still a pretty good 10 minutes. I mean, that's good stuff. Oh, she did get a little knife happy with Jamie Kennedy. The fuck was it? Randy. So I'm gonna say her number 3. Number 2, let's face it, the biggest mother of them all, Pamela Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 1. That's my number 2. She kicked a lot of ass. Got her head chopped off, but still did some damage. Killed Kevin Bacon. The Trimmer couldn't even kill Kevin Bacon. The Graboids couldn't kill Kevin Bacon, but Pamela Voorhees did. So, and number 1, I would say Samara from The Ring. Dude, she'd fuck you up quicker than anything. Like, literally, just all from VHS. And I don't even, people don't even own VHSs anymore. No one has a VCR, and yet she could fuck you up anyway. So yeah, Samara, number 1 for me.
Okay, top 4 Adam Sandler movies.
Who asked this one?
Me.
Oh, this is yours. Okay, so you got your own top 4 going on right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this for me, or this for them too, or
everybody?
Everybody again. Okay, so everybody out there, would you rather's this week, and your top 4 Adam Sandler movies. Well, go ahead, sweetie.
Number 4.
Your show. So.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. I like Happy Gilmore.
Number 3, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Number 2, Little Nicky.
Yeah.
And then number 1, Mr. Deeds.
Alright, for me, grow up. Come on now. You grow up. I'm going to say, number 4, I'll say Waterboy. I really like Waterboy. Goofy funniness. Like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I thought Adam Sandler was awesome. Then I grew up, and he never did. He just kept making shit. So I like Waterboy. I thought Waterboy was really good. Number 3, in fact, this used to be number 2, but this is definitely got bumped down. I'll say Happy Gilmore. I mean, I still love it. I think it's a damn good movie. I still laugh when I watch it, but number 2 kind of rose up quickly over the years. Say it's not quickly at all, but recently, in recent history, kind of quickly. Wedding Singer. I love Wedding Singer with him and Drew Barrymore. Yeah, one of the few love stories I can stomach, and it's really good. I really like that. And number 1, Billy Madison. That's my movie right there. I love that movie. Like, I can literally, I know whenever Lynch Ramsey comes over, we sit around, we watch Billy Madison, and you're like, we'll laugh just as hard now as we did when we were kids watching it. I mean, I think it's just fucking brilliant. So that's my top 4 right there. So why top 4? You trying to outdo me with the top 3? Trying to like stick it to me a little bit? Like, fuck your top 3. I got top 4 right now. Alright, I got you. I see your game. Okay. So what else we got going on?
No. Wait, hold on. You're next.
You're next?
Yeah.
I thought you like threatening me for a second.
You're next.
Yeah, you're next.
Yeah.
Go ahead and...
We watched the movie You're Next not too long ago.
Like, literally like a half hour ago. We just got out of the theater like a half hour ago.
Yeah. And it's about these families that get together and...
It's one family.
One family.
Now, remember, we don't want to give any spoilers out on this one. This is a very new one, so...
They get together, and then one of the peoples look out the window, and then the arrow went through his head, and he dies.
He does die.
And it's about all of them die.
We're just trying to survive the night.
And they die. I can't tell you what about the ending.
Yeah, you don't want to say about the ending. Well, so give us your review. You gave us a synopsis. Now go ahead and give us the review now.
I liked it, and you guys should check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Want to add anything else to it, or? No. All right.
Yeah.
I do, actually. You know me, I love to talk. I love to run my mouth for long periods of time. It's ridiculous. It's a problem I have, but that's why I got my own show. That's why I crash your show, just so I can keep talking. You're next. Initially, and I said this multiple times on our show, that I just did not think it looked that good. I thought it looked like some kind of like bad crossover between like a old Craven film, whether it be Last House on the Left or Hills Have Eyes, crossbred with The Strangers. So I had no desire to see it, and she was saying early on, a while back ago, she's like, I want to see this, and I was like, whatever, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm always into watching a movie, like regardless. I just love watching movies, so even if it's a piece of shit, I'll usually stomach and sit through it. I'll sit through a lot of shit this week. Let me tell you right now, I sat through a lot of shit this week. Nicholas Sparks needs to die. I'll just say it right now. I thought Stephenie Meyer needs to die. No, she gets a pass for a little bit. Nicholas Sparks needs to die. Anyway, so she wanted to see that, and then it seems like yesterday or maybe even the day before. It was last week. She kept saying like she wanted to watch that Mortal Instruments, the City of Bones. And I was like, either one of them just sounds like they suck balls. But she kind of said like she wanted to watch that. Like, all right, we'll watch that, no problem. So I was like, Sunday rolls around, we'll go check it out. However, she was checking out both the. Last night she was kind of saying she was torn between Mortal Instruments and You're Next, and I said out of the two, I would much rather watch You're Next, even though I didn't think either one would be that good. Like if I had to sit through one movie, I'd much rather sit through a horror movie, obviously. So anyway, she studied the trailers this morning, and she's like, I definitely want to check out You're Next. So I'm like, all right, we go check it out. And I'm not gonna lie, I initially thought, even starting off, I was like, wow, what a piece of shit. Like it has some nudity in there for you. However, it is pretty badly written. I think it's deliberate. I'm gonna say it's deliberate because I mean that was the thing I noticed off the bat was it was this very like if it would have been made in the '80s, you would have been like, this is brilliant because I'm sorry, like I love '80s slasher, but they're not the best written or acted movies. I mean, we watched them as kids, and then we grew up just liking our childhood, horror movies. Doesn't mean they're good, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes on that one, but, I'll be the first to admit, a lot of the slasher movies I like, I mean, I ain't saying they're, like, great, films, but I enjoy them. Like, I still watch them now. However, I guess I'm just so critical now that I just ignore how bad they could have been or how bad they are, and whenever I see a new movie, I'm like, no, fuck this movie. This ain't a, classic. Whereas kids today are probably watching Your Next, and like, this is the new wave of horror. I love it. So I was just kind of like, I don't know. Initially, I was starting off like, wow, this is just really bad because it was just taking itself way too seriously. Like, there was no likable characters. They were all bickering. Like, even like during like when it's like shit's going down, they're still like bickering. There are certain things like we all know horror movie logic. Don't go check out noises and don't run up the stairs like that. And this one, and it shows in the trailer, the dude look out the window, gets hit with a fucking crossbow, right? And this keeps happening. Like, the dude, they're getting raped with crossbow, arrows. Every time you run by a window, you get hit with one, right? But then, like, after that, like, major scene's done, when they go to secure the house, the dude's walking up the windows. Walking up the windows, just locking. I'm like, at any moment now, that arrow could come flying through and hit the head, and they didn't care at all. And there were several scenes where they were just, like, right next to that window. And I'm like, did you guys not just remember the scene just a few minutes before? I know you're thinking, like, now I'm just on a rant, and believe me, it's not a rant. This is I'm going through the process of me watching this movie. So I was initially just kind of doing the whole eye rolling, like, this is ridiculous. However, I started telling myself, like, you know what, Phantom, you're saying this is bad, but maybe you're just becoming such a critical dick that you can't even enjoy, anything now. Like, you have to be perfect just for you, and you can't just enjoy it, just turn your brain off and watch a horror movie. And I was like, alright. So I started going with that mindset. And it was still getting pretty bad. However, about midway through, there is a... It's not... What it is one of the girls saying she... It's not really giving a whole lot away. She's actually kind of a bad, and she can actually fight back. And then, at that point, I start getting into it. And then there's a twist about midway through the movie. Like, right after you kind of discover that, this girl can take care of herself, there's a twist. And you're like, huh. And it's still, I think it could have been played for laughs. I think maybe that they were intending it to be like, maybe that's what they were doing. They're like, you know what, we are going to play this for laughs. However, it does come across very seriously. But there is a lot of dark humor throughout this movie. So anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here, sorry. But basically, really, you start like, okay, why are they doing this? Like, what's going on now? And you really do kind of stick with it. It had a couple of jump scares in there. I know one of us jumped pretty big during the scene. I won't mention names. Anyways, but yeah, by the end of the movie, we're the only ones in the theater. So, at that point now, we're just like, it becomes like Snakes on a Plane. Like, my viewing experience with Snakes on a Plane was incredible because at that time I worked at the theater. And we just stayed over, like me and my friends stayed over. We had our own little private premiere of this thing. And we literally, it was like a midnight type movie thing where we were just like, no one's really taking it seriously. It's like a party. We're cheering, we're cheering, whatever you want to say. We're laughing with the movie, at the movie. And like we're all just talking. And it was like one of those situations where it's okay because it's a cheesy movie. Like we're not watching, something Scorsese or Tarantino did. We're watching fucking Snakes on a Plane. And that's what we kind of did during Your Next. We just started like, after about midway through, we just start talking during it. And we're just like, oh, what do you think will happen here? And, oh, this is going to be crazy. And it really, it was definitely a fun watch. It really was really good. Now, once again, by those standards, it's a dumb horror movie, but it was still fun. Music was pretty good. They had like a theme for the girl. Like every time she just started like getting about ready to break bad on somebody, like a certain theme would come up, and I really liked it. When you find out like the reason behind everything, it makes it a little better, a little more sensitive. But once again, a lot of the acting was a little. It had some cameos though. I'm not sure exactly who, because I don't know what the fuck the dude looks like. I just read it in the credits. The writer Simon Barrett. He was one of the killers. I won't go into the numbers, but anyway, he's one of the killers. And then Ty West, the director, he was also he's in the movie he had a moment or scene in the movie, so I won't say too much more on that either. But yeah, he's all these dudes are probably just real good friends. I know they all did like VHS together, and I'm sure they did the ABCs of Horror. I haven't really gone through that entire list of all the directors there, but no, you're next. I highly recommend it. I think it's a damn good movie. Once again, though, just don't expect a masterpiece. You won't get it. What you will get is a lot of fun, blood. You'll get some boobies. She was all about that. I was disgusted.
No.
I was like, really? We don't need nudity in this thing. She's like, shut up, Phantom. I was like, alright, fine. Boobies for you, I guess. Oh. So anyways, no, overall, I'm giving it a big thumbs up. I enjoyed it. I walked away smiling. So that's how you review a show. You just gotta go with it. You gotta like tell you're telling your story without talking about the movie. You try to like tell your part of it. So sweet, got anything else over there?
Nope.
Is that it? All right. Well,
comment below and video response.
Boom, right down there. And we'll leave a link to your channel because you've been doing a lot more stuff lately over there. So we'll definitely be leaving a link to her channel. Definitely subscribe. Show support. You guys all know what it's like when you first start off on YouTube. You guys know what it's like to try to scrape and claw your way up. I'm still in the bottom, so I gave up long ago. I'm like, I'm not even trying to climb to the top now. Now, if I can just help boost other people to the top, I will definitely try whenever I can. But so yeah, definitely guys, show your support. Better yet, what? This is something I could have used back then, but like, you should ask maybe where should we how do you get the name out there? I just got lucky to somehow gravitate toward the 7 people who actually watch my shit. They just happen to accidentally find me. But once again, the horror circle, it's easier, I guess, to get found in the horror circle than it would be to do just random, Pretty Little Liars type stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions, she would love to hear them, and help her kind of get noticed here. Yeah, that's all we got, really. Yeah. Tell your friends. Tell your female friends. Maybe you'll have better luck. Yeah. I'm sure they'll hate me though. They'll be like that Phantom's a prick. The Phantom prick. What they'll call me. They'll be like, he hasn't taken it seriously at all. He doesn't like Switched at Birth. I don't like Switched at Birth. I think it's horrible. It sounds like a piece of shit. He doesn't like Nicholas Sparks. That's what they'll say. I love Pretty Little Liars. I don't like it. I love Pretty Little Liars. I think it's a damn good show. I'm not ashamed of that at all. I love it. Alright, so we got anything else? Nope. Alright, I guess we're out then. Alright. Maya? You ain't gonna give your signature till next time, America?
Till next time, America.
I was waiting for it.